los estudiantes ya no pueden trabajar porque les faltan materiales para triunfar.
Today marks a landmark. Almost a month after more than 300 students and peacemakers traveled to the Capitol Hall in Sacramento to push legislators to pass Governor Brown's local control funding formula, the proposal was adopted into the budget on June 17th.
Passes this year, additional funding will be given to schools that have a higher rate of low-income students and English language learners, so it'll really benefit urban schools and urban school districts rather than just suburban school districts.
The activists who attended the event heavily rallied and chanted. They voiced their outrage through demonstrations, such as heated poetry and dramatic improv. In addition, those present walked through the halls of the Capitol with heavy claims on their backs, that spoke to the disadvantages in their education. While others had the opportunity to speak to actual legislators to try to convince them to pass a bill that will provide equitable and adequate school funding to school districts all across California.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here.
Not so fast! Who the hell are you? I'm here to help these students.
Man, you can't help these students. They're not even students, they're prisoners.
And whose fault is that?
I don't know. Their mamas?
What are you talking about? My mama brought you.
It's the governor's fault. I'm here to change that.
How are you going to do that?
By giving more monies to the school that need it the most. To the students that always labeled criminals but never give them their full potential. It's called local control funding formula.
Long Beach, a city with over half a population classified as blue-collar or low-income, will be one district to receive much help from this development.
In our journalism class, we have a deficit of computers. We need these computers to help produce our school paper and to be able to design layouts and publish our newspaper. And since we don't have enough computers for everybody, our work isn't as efficient, and we can't all work on the limited number of computers that we have.
The governor's proposal will replace the current model of funding schools with a more streamlined formula and remove more spending restrictions.
School districts are very strapped for cash, and in a time when many teachers' jobs are threatened and we're struggling to maintain quality educational experiences for students in the face of staffing shortfalls, I think that giving local school districts the freedom to move money around to areas where they most need it is a wonderful idea. And I know in a state like California that relies so heavily on income tax for revenues, funding can be volatile, and I know we're looking at some positive direction for funding in the next couple of years, but I think in the future you never know when a budget shortfall might hit again. So I think giving school districts more freedom is a great way to protect against the volatility of income-based revenue.